Good morning from Atlanta.
That's right, we're currently at our home in Atlanta, and we just got back from taking a road trip up through the Midwest.
Some background information. I went to school at Iowa State University, and this year, my fraternity chapter hosting a 100th year anniversary at our university. So we decided to go up, and it's gonna be a little homecoming for me, and this time, Michael's gonna come along.
Yep, so we took a week off, and we made that road trip, so here are the highlights. So we started off our journey from Atlanta all the way up through St. Louis, which is some 8 hours away.
Thank you, Google. Big Daddy.
Welcome to Kentucky.
So we're about to cross the Mississippi River and see how long it's gonna take us to get across.
Are we even there yet? Where is the Mississippi River? I don't think we're even close.
Out right there, I think.
Okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi,
18 Mississippi, 21 Mississippi, 22 Mississippi.
Might go straight?
Holy
crap, we just got lost in our Mississippis.
22 Mississippi.
22 Mississippis.
22 Mississippi.
Oh, it's Busch Stadium. That's where the St. Louis Cardinals play.
The next day, we spent the whole day exploring downtown St. Louis, where the famous Gateway Arch National Park is located. We started off at the Old Courthouse.
We're in the Old Courthouse down by the Gateway Arch, and this is the courthouse where the famous case Dred Scott took place. Dred Scott and his wife were from Illinois, where slavery was illegal, and they moved to Missouri, where slavery was legal, and they sued the government to get their freedom. The court voted 7-2 against them, so Dred Scott is typically known as one of the worst court decisions in U.S. history. And that's where we are today. We're in the courthouse where that took place. Sort of. Now we're going to explore a famous landmark that you might have heard of before. Can you guess where we're at now? Standing in line to go to the top of the Gateway Arch. It's about 600 feet up. Got these tickets, I guess, get us to the top. So here we go.
In order to get to the top of the Gateway Arch, we experienced the unique elevator ride that occupies a very small space.
Oh my God! We're gonna be best friends.
Where are you gonna?
Where do you want to sit?
It's cozy. Make yourself cozy.
There you go. Okay, good. Now we got everybody's knees in.
Stairs.
The elevator ride up was pretty cramped.
It goes directly up and then sideways and sometimes diagonal.
It's really neat to see. Anyway, we're going to show you some pictures now of the city from the top of the Gateway Arch, both the city side and the Mississippi River side.
The idea of basically free flying 630 feet above the ground is a little bit terrifying. But here you can actually look directly down the bottom and then you can feel it's kind of swaying back and forth, which is completely normal. But I can imagine being up here when there's like a huge storm or some like a high wind, I would be freaking out. But for now, I'm still fine. Haven't passed out yet. It didn't collapse, so it is a good thing. It's strong. That's it. We're going back down.
Actually, if you come to the Gateway Arch, the museum is kind of neat too. So I recommend highly that you go through it. There's a lot here about the founding of the Midwest, Lewis and Clark, natives, building reconstructions.
All the historical sites, especially on the Mississippi River in Louisiana Purchase.
You should definitely check it out. Probably would take you about a half an hour, 45 minutes to go through, either before or after your ride. Check out the movie that they do. We really like that, about the building of the Gateway Arch. Then do your ride and then come down and see the museum. It's actually pretty neat.
By the stadium. Why doesn't he have a head or hands?
The next day we drove from St. Louis to Hannibal, Missouri, which is about 2 hours away. Hannibal, Missouri is located on the banks of the Mississippi River. Turns out that Hannibal, Missouri is the birthplace of Mark Twain.
So we are exploring the Mark Twain Boyhood Home and Museum next to the Mississippi River here behind us.
So right now we're going to head into the Boyhood Home, and then after that we're going to look at places like Becky Thatcher House, and we've also heard that the unsinkable Molly Brown was born here, so we're going to go over and check out and see if that place is open too. So let's go. People actually out there playing.
I didn't see.
Right now we're at the Mark Twain Museum, and it's a place where they have scenes laid out from his books and things. And upstairs, apparently there's a real nice riverboat exhibit, so we're going to take a look at that. Ring the riverboat whistle. I know Holliff will like that. And there's also some Norman Rockwell paintings up there that I know Holliff is really going to like. Does it actually feel like a raft?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's shaking.
Yeah, why is it shaking?
Because it's suspended up. It's floating. We're floating.
There's a sign over here that says, please don't jump on the raft.
I didn't jump. I was shaking it.
I didn't get the camera turned on fast enough, but the first thing he started doing when he got on the raft was started jumping on it.
It's turning 90 degrees. For me, the highlight of this visit is the Norman Rockwell paintings, which is the permanent collection here at the museum gallery.
So Holliff, have you seen any of these before?
I've seen several of them, and
Which ones?
I didn't expect to see it here.
I know we've seen this one here.
I think I've seen this one, yes.
Yeah. And I know I've seen this one before. And I think almost everyone's seen this one.
Exploring famous landmarks.
Oh crap.
Is that going to be so bright?
It's gonna be perfect. Oh, let me see the video. We are currently 630 feet off. I'm looking at the microphone.
There's a lot of smudges in the lens.
No. We have a train behind us.